everybody, and happy Make It Monday. Hello to all my people who are joining me live or catching the replay on Replay Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even next Monday. I don't care. I'm just glad that you're setting aside some time for yourself to get creative and do some crafting. So my name is Laura Buechler with Inkyfingers Papercrafting, and I'm here on beautiful Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. And don't touch that dial, folks, because we are going to give away at the end of today's video this beautiful card that I made last week. And before that, I'm going to show you how to make this fabulous card. So let's get started. All right, let's start by making that big and me small because I know you're all here for the crafting. Love it. So this is a technique that I call Criss-Cross stamping. There might be another word for it, but this is something that I came up with when I was looking at my cardstock supplies, which I keep in alphabetical order, and I saw this cool color combo. These are all beginning with L and M, and so all of these colors were together in my cardstock storage, and I was like, those colors go together really well. So I want to make a card just with those colors. So that's what we're going to do today. I have got my Stampin' Pierce mat here underneath where I'm stamping, because the stamp set I'm using, which is the Biggest Wish stamp set, this is a photopolymer stamp set. Isn't this a cool stamp set, by the way? You can mix and match the thank you and happy birthday and hello friend and all of this. So that's exactly what we're doing today. Is we're going to make a card that says hello friend. And I have got my card base here, which is Moody Mauve. So I'm going to start by stamping in Moody Mauve. Okay. Now I've got my hello stamp, and this is the block letter one. And the very first stamp that I'm going to do is to stamp off this top right corner. There we go. My first stamp, and now I'm committed. Now, there is probably a magical, smart way that I could figure out exactly where all my Moody Mauve hellos were going to go and just stamp all my Moody Mauve hellos. I have not figured out what that is. So instead, I'm just going to go one stamp at a time across this whole card. And it's a good thing that Stampin' puts us in a happy state of mind, because it's just going to take me some time, friends. That's it. There's no other way around it. So when I do this one here, I'm going to go right up against the back of the H, and I'm going to go the opposite diagonal way. It's a little bit tricky to see with my camera phone right in front of my face, but that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to clean that. So that was my Misty Moonlight I just brought in. And now I'm going to bring in the next color, which is Lemon Lolly. Ink that up. And this time, I'm going to go the same direction as where I started, the same direction as this one, but I'm going to go right in front of my Misty Moonlight one. So you can see how I'm starting to build this pattern. And in just a few minutes, you're going to wish that I could do a live speed up, but I can't. So you're all just going to have to hang out with me. If you feel like it, go ahead and grab yourself some cardstock and a stamp and start stamping along with me. This is one of those ones where you could do that. So now I'm going to go to the same orientation as this one, and I'm going to fill in this corner. And I've got my fourth color, which is Lost Lagoon. So this is it. Now I'm going to start over with the Moody Mauve again at the beginning. I found when I was coming up with this design that I thought 4 colors was just perfect, because that way you're not ever going to end up with Moody Mauve next to itself. So let's see. This time I'm going to go down here below the lemon lolly. So now we've got this whole row done. Okay, I can see there's a couple people out there watching. I would love for you to say hello and tell me where you're tuning in from, because this stamping is going to take me a while. I would love to have a chat with you while I'm doing it. Let's be friends. Who's out there? Where are you tuning in from, and what did you do on the weekend? Here in Canada, it's been a long weekend. It's been a holiday weekend for Canada Day. Okay, so let's see. I would go like that. So that's just going to be a teensy little one like that. That's just fine. Getting into a nice calm flow state now. And it's hard to be in flow state and keep up a one-sided conversation. But I'm doing my best, friends. All right, let's put this one over here. Now again, when I chose my stamp, I chose one with block letters because I thought that would make it a little bit easier rather than if I was using the more scripty one. I'm sure I could use the scripty one, but I thought for my first attempt, I'm just going to do something that's a little bit, it's almost like it's square, right? It's just very clear where those edges are. I'm going to pop this one over here. So basically the rules are whatever direction this one is in, whatever orientation it's in, the ones next to it are going to be the opposite orientation. So this one's kind of going diagonal, bottom left to top right. And then these ones are going diagonal, top left to bottom right. And now I'm going to fill in this corner, and it's going to be the same orientation as this one. And if we look, we've already got Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, and Misty Moonlight here. So now I need Moody Mauve again to be in that corner. So, you know, this is just how I figured it out. Just playing along and seeing what looked good. And there's no kind of aiming for perfection, because perfect is just something that people made up. There's nobody who's perfect. There's nobody whose stamping is perfect. There's nobody whose day or hair or makeup or live broadcast is perfect. And there's just no point in aiming for that. You'll just make yourself miserable. Okay, so now I've got green, blue, and yellow. I want my pink. I want my pink going in here. And it's, of course, going to go this direction. Look at that. Starting to get filled in. So like I said, somebody who's maybe more math oriented than me could probably figure out exactly how I could do pink, pink, pink all at the same time. That's not me. I'm just here having fun. Okay. I'm going to put this one here. Hello, 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 hello. Need a green one now. So, what did I get up to on the weekend? Well, last week I went traveling to Powell River to see my parents. That's where I'm from, and my parents still live there. It was really nice to visit with them. But then, ooh, let me see. I'm going to have to put a pink one. Save that one for the pink. Now I'm getting confused. Okay, here we go. Put that one there. And then I got back, stuck pretty close to home for the weekend, just needing to relax and get caught up on laundry and all of that kind of stuff. Reacquaint myself with my craft room. One thing I did do on the weekend, wonderful to celebrate them and what they've achieved. They just graduated from Vancouver Island University with a, well, I might say it wrong, I'm not sure, but I believe it's a degree in kinesiology. I want to go, yeah, blue right there. Oh, and it's going to go this way. I almost put it the wrong way. And then I'm going to put, ooh, I feel like that one maybe should have been green. That's okay. I'll put pink over here. See, I'm just kind of winging it. It's all good. Almost done. Maybe one more big stamp and 2 or 3 little stamps and we'll have it. So let's do this. And then I just really want to fill in here, here, and here, just for the sake of filling in all those little edges, right? So this one's going to be blue because we've already got all the other 3 colors sitting there. And it's going to go this way. Okay, this one's also going to be blue. Look at that. I can do 2 at a time. Amazing. So, what color combinations do you get inspired by? As I said, I got inspired to come up with this layout here when I looked at my cardstock storage, and Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, Moody Mauve, and Misty Moonlight were all together. And I went, I like that. Okay. I feel like this one could be Lemon Lolly or Moody Mauve. I'm going to make it Lemon Lolly. I don't feel like there's enough of that in here. So it's going to go just like this, just a tiny little bit. Okay, and there it is. There's my finished stamped crisscross piece, right? It looks super confusing while you're doing it, but then when it's finished, you're like, whoa, that's cool. And there is just such a simple little thing that I'm going to do to finish it off. Now, usually at this point in the video, I say, don't worry about the measurements, everybody, because I'm going to be posting them in our group and on my website. But you know what? There's no measurements. This is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Here's a card base. It's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. That's the entire card. There's really not that much fanciness to it. So let me get my adhesive and attach this. There we go. I just love the look of that. It's really fun. You could just make your whole DSP, right? So last month, because we had the designer series paper sale, a bunch of papers were marked down 15%. So every video I made last month was focusing on designer series paper. That was not hard for me because I flippin' love designer series paper, and it's challenging for me to make a card without it, to tell you the truth. I just love it. It's my favorite thing. However, this month I thought, or at least at the beginning of the month, we'll see how long it lasts, I thought I would try to make cards that are more focused on stamping and techniques and coloring and so on, just to give us a change of pace. So we'll see how long that lasts. What I just did there was cut out with one of the deckled rectangle dies. There's a whole collection of them, all different sizes. And see how it's got this really cool, funky edge? It's just fun, right? It makes it look like it's a vintage, or I don't know, just like a little bit imperfect, a little bit interesting. So I've got this piece here, and then I've got a piece of Moody Mauve cardstock that goes behind it. And all I need to do now is stamp the word friend on here, which you can bet I'm going to use Moody Mauve to do. So here's my Stampin' Pierce mat again. And here's my friend stamp. There we go. My card's almost done, y'all. You've stuck with me almost all the way to the end. Thank you so much for that. And don't forget that if you like the video, do hit that heart button and do give it a share, because that's how you're going to get a chance to win this card that I'm making today. Now stick around, because after I finish making this card, I am going to give away last week's card to a lucky winner. Here we go. We're going to pop that right on there. And then we're going to grab our dimensionals. Love having a little bit of those pop dots on there. And we're going to pop that up. So there we go. Our card says, hello, friend. Hello, 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 friend. And we're going to embellish with some in color dots. We have got, let's see, these are Pebbled Path, Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, which we used in our card, Copper Clay, and Boho Blue. But in addition to the Moody Mauve, which of course we did use that ink color and cardstock on our card, I'm going to also use one of these just to bring out the yellow of the Lemon Lolly, and I'm going to use one of these to bring out the blue of the Misty Moonlight. So there we go. There's our finished card. What do you think? Simple, simple, right? Okay, now bear with me. I got to grab this, because we're going to give this beautiful center flap fold card away to a lucky winner. I made this card with you last week on Make It Monday, and today I get to give it away to Regina. Thank you so much for sharing the video, Regina. Really appreciate you doing that. And I will pop this in the mail to you. And if you are watching live or on replay and would like a chance to win this card, just share the video and then drop a comment to let me know that you shared, because Facebook doesn't always share that with me. Okay, so what do you think? Next week, we'll do another coloring, stamping, something interesting technique. We'll see how long I can stay away from my beautiful designer series papers. And don't forget that all the products you've seen me use today and in all my other videos are all available on my website, inkyfingers.ca. And you'll also find there more project tutorials, catalogs, my events calendar, and the sign up for my email newsletter to keep in touch with everything that's going on in the Stampin' world. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today on Make It Monday, and see you next time. Bye.